All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, this is take 4. Yes, it is, because OBS Studio decided it doesn't want to play nice. However, we are going to try something completely different and muddle through this. Yes, we are. It's nighttime out in my test world, which is now becoming a saved. I'm going to keep this world and build upon it, and you'll see why in a moment. But we're going to do some follow-up, kind of real-time follow-up, in that somebody just left a question on. But first, I updated my kitchen here. Got a little stovepipe for the furnace. Got my kitties. We got some blueberry pies in the pie storage under the stairs, a vessel container. Yeah, some pots and pans. Very nice. Sort of figured out my database woes, which I'll get into in a second. But first, some follow-up. Let's see here. Ultra Gamer. How to float in the sky. I think you're meaning I play in creative mode. Or in creative mode, survival mode. So as you can see, I'm walking, but if I hit my K key, it enables free move, and that allows me to fly. So you have K, J is fast move. It disables fast move, so I'll fly slower. And we also have K, free move disabled. There's no clip. So no clip. When free move is enabled, is it H? Yeah, no clip disabled. See, now I can't fly through buildings, but if I turn no clip on, I can fly through stuff when free move is enabled. So when it's not, I can't. So those would be in your key bindings in the game. If you go into change keys, these are all your keys. So the key that you're looking for is, if you're in creative mode, is going to be free move, which K, toggle fly. Fly fast is J, so K and J. So that's how you do that. And he also asked for, Ultra Gaming. I want TVs in my house. Okay, well, if you go to Dream Builder or Home Decor Mod, if you go to my website and you go onto mods used, and those are links to all the mods that are used in my world, you can go in there and Dream Builder has the plasma TV, and so does Home Decor. That's how I do the TV. So in inventory, if you type in plasma, there's the plasma TV. And now we have a TV in my medieval world. And you can turn it off and turn it on. That's how that works. So I had built stuff in the other two takes. I'm not rebuilding. No, I'm not. Hi, kitty. Real quickly, I figured out my problem with the sheep jumping over my fences and getting out of the pen, because even though these are mob fences from Mobs Redo, which answers another question from Zips Palladium. Do you need a mod for cats? The cats mod is Mobs Redo. That's where I get the cats from. So these mob fences, the sheep were climbing on top of each other and climbing out of the fence. So I have map tools, full face clip invisible block here, and that keeps them in. That keeps all the animals into their little pens. And you can see the cow is eating the grass, but the sheep are not. We have chickens, and I have an egg. Do I get a chickie? Nope. Now we have horsies. Cool. All right, so that's all there. I have a dragon flying around somewhere in here. Now, also on the agenda, the Ultra Gaming wanted to know about Can I build a haunted house? I did in episode 105, and it's a cool old house, creepy house. And then I copied that house and made a play Halloween roller coaster fun house out of it. So you can see what I did there and how I did that. George is still having a problem with generating a map other than flat. And one of the things that he put in, he said that he runs map generation limit 7, and I don't know what that means. So it's obviously limiting something in the map generation, but I'm wondering if that is having something to do with only generating flat. So without any flags, just try to create a world without any flags. And I'm going to try researching it a little bit more, but unfortunately, you stumped me on that one, George. I don't have an answer for that. That one might have to come from the forums to see why that behavior is starting, because I know you have reinstalled the game. So I don't know. Hopefully we can get that figured out. Other than that, have you opened the mods in the game? Yes, I have over 168 mods running in my game. And there again, you go to my website under mods used, and there will be links to all the mods that I currently use or have used in the game. And last, Aaliyah, she's from Tennessee, and it's cold down there. Now, right now in Chicago, in the past couple of days, we've had a couple -degree temperatures. So we dipped back into the negatives again. And I know, I think Nathan's from Wisconsin. And so all the surrounding states from Chicago. Yeah, it's cold out. So hopefully the cold is ending now. And we are getting, right now it's a balmy 32 degrees. Feed the kitty there. And it's short and t-shirts weather out here in Chicago at 32 degrees. I kid you not. I'll tell you. So, yeah. And it's supposed to be in the 40s this weekend with rain. So there you go. Hopefully in Tennessee, and because there is a very bad storm front moving in from the Colorado area with possible tornadic possibilities. Hopefully not. It's too early in the year to have tornadoes. So my problem with the database is, and it's kind of a stupid one, but I'm not sure if it's 100% fixed yet. And hopefully OBS is going to record this time and not hang and kill the entire video. So I'm recording in mux or MKV, and then I'll remux the video after the fact. I had updated OBS, and Nathan had some suggestions on, because I'm getting some kind of weird artifacting, and my base resolution, canvas resolution, was set wrong. So that has been reset, everything been redone. So now when I hit my gate, you see that gate move and it opens up? That's from the Castles mod from part of Dream Builder. When that gate would open up, it would cause, you'd see crash, or when I used World Edit, you'd see crash. The world would crash, and the only clue that I had was malformed database. Send the terminate command. As you can see, I just opened and closed the gate, and I'm still alive. I am in my test world though. One of the things that I failed to check is that you have the main map database, and if you go back to my episode on how to fix a corrupted Minetest database, that's a pretty horse, different color than the ones I got. So I used SQL Studio, which handles SQLite databases. And it turns out that I would keep checking that, and I would check the player backend database, and those were fine. They had no integrity errors. I'd run a check integrity command on them, and they were fine. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously it rolled back, so I don't know where it's finding a malformed database. Well, what I forgot to check is I had rollback enabled, rollback recording enabled. And that database, which was the rollback SQLite 3 database, that's the one that had the malformed database. So hopefully I have cured my problems. However, I don't know what caused the malformed database to begin with. So now that I have the rollback enabled recording set to false in my minetest.conf file, I don't know if that's going to open up my main database for, yep, I had to fly through a tree, for issues. Got my flags on. So we'll see. Hopefully everything is going to work out. So I also lowered the fortress down by 4 blocks because this area here, we're going to have a path come out, and that path is going to go into a bridge, which is going to lead over to this area, which is the Savanna Biome, which is really cool looking. And I got some more farmland over here I can utilize. And then we have the gorge and the river. And I tell you what, for because this was a mistake in generating this world, it wasn't a mistake. I did it to test why there was problems. That just spawned in on the last episode, or the last filming. Look at this area down here. Is this cool or what? And it opens up into the ocean. So there's loads of possibilities that I have for my world. And to get back to the one viewer's question, I play in creative mode. So in survival mode, you'd have to give yourself those privileges. And those are real easy. You type in, you hit your the key underneath the question mark. You hit that, and then you could type in Grant, and then the player name if you're single player, or if you're in server mode, Grant single player all. And that will give you all the fly commands and stuff like that. Yeah. So we are going to go over to the new area. We have the sheep. I have all the mobs, all the nice mobs enabled from Mobs Redo. So we're going to come back over to the test castle. And this was, like I said, I started building this test castle just on a whim to test out World Edit and other things that I thought was causing the game to crash. So you can see here, I got my flags going on my fortress. Need more work on that. Got everything going. And look at this. Is that cool or what? I am really digging how this is turning out. Now, I do have these large towers here, which I have to add some more detail and decorations to make them look like these inner towers. And to give, because obviously there's so much cobblestone here, it's looking very monotone and everything's blending in. But I tried my hand at creating diagonal stairs because I did a live stream and I was talking about that. Look how cool that turned out. It took a while because I had to balance everything out, and I'm sitting there trying to make it work. And any retro gamers out there, tell me what this area looks like. Right in here. If you said it looks like the gameplay blocks on Qbert, then give yourself 5 bonus points. You remember Qbert? Boing, 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 boing. No? No, never heard of it? Okay. It was only a huge game in the 80s and 90s. So over here, I'm going to add another lip onto this to make that work out. But the diagonal stairs worked out pretty cool. And then down here, I just filled all this in, and I'm going to feather that in a little bit nicer because it's contrasting with the cobblestone a little bit too much. So I'm going to make that flush, make that really look cool. That's one of the things I have to figure out. So we come in here, we have our stairs, obviously, like I said, and this is the first little area over here. I'm using the arcs. And we come down here. This is going to end right here because that's open area. But gives another vantage point for defending the castle. Yeah. Then we come back out to the other side, which is identical because everything is symmetrical on here to make it look cool. And we have the other side here. This one will continue on because it's going to be the stairway to get into the upper towers and stuff like that. So we come over here and there's another vantage point. More of the arcs. And you can do the same thing with upside down stairs to give an arc appearance. But then we come over here and we have this area in here, which is going to get gutted out. And there's going to be little shops and stands for farmers and stuff like that in the castle area. And out here, I'm going to take off like this whole section of area here, including this hill, because there's going to be farmland and a couple farmhouses out here. And then over here, the bridge is going to go across, but there's going to be a pathway which is going to wrap around here and lead to the staircase. And then possibly a wall along here. So that will work out. And then over here, there's going to be another entrance over here. How'd that get up there? How'd you get up there? You probably fell. You fell up there. All right, so that's going to take care of that. Now we go back in here. We're going to go up to the upper levels here. And so this is real cool. Got some cool contrasting colors going on behind the columns. And we come up here to like the main meeting area, which is nice. And look at that mistake. That was a mistake. This is the inside of that roof. And look how well that turned out. I didn't even do that. I didn't even plan on that. That just turned out. So back here, this is all going to be gutted out also with some archways to lead to the upper floor here of the back of the castle. Now inside here, this is like a meeting room. We have a tunnel going down here and a hallway going down here. We have a cool fireplace with, I might add, chimney and ventilation going out the side of the mountain for realism. Yes. Yes, we do. Can't remember. There should be. Oh, that's a coal block that I put under there. I was trying to figure out why it didn't have the embers. The embers underneath there. And that's why. Oh, I put a coal block there and then I used the flint to generate it. That's what I did. And we come back in here and we have our little armory. I'm going to move the bed because this is going to turn out to be like a staircase. And we have our evil sword. Mwahaha. Right. Okay. And we just have, I got the black sails cannons in this. So those are going to help defend the fort. I don't need that anymore. We can move that into here. So because I have the more lights, castle lights, antique lights on in there. So that's going to take care of that. Then we come over here. We have this kind of den area for the king. And you might ask yourself, where would the said king, in his modern looking windows, which are going to get replaced with more time appropriate windows, where might this king go to the royal bathroom? Well, we come back here. This is the third time doing this. Ooh, the royal bathroom. Yes, you too can have a 30-foot high ceiling royal bathroom. And before I'm asked, these came from Dream Builder. So, except for that mirror, that's mine. That's my graphic. So, Imagine having, now Phil Collins in Scotland has a castle. Aye. So imagine, I wonder if he has a bathroom like this. Imagine sitting on the royal throne. This is your bathroom. All right. Boy, that was 20 minutes to build that just for that joke. So we come back out here and yeah. Okay. So we have it's starting to take off. And I'm going to replace these windows with more time appropriate windows like I said. We have this little kind of patio area here overlooking our kingdom, which is very nice. So now what we have is we come back down here and it's going to go down into our pathway, and I'm not sure how I'm going to make this yet, but it's going to mimic the courtyard where I have the different, the brick and the brick, stone brick and the block. And it's going to continue that path out here. And then I'm going to probably try to figure out, because some of this will be diagonal, to build a fence out here. Now then, that's not all. We come up. Goodbye. We come up and, oh, you can't see it from here. On top of this hill is this monstrosity. Look at that. This is the Royal Observatory and Theater and Library. Oh, that's what I can put in there. So what we have here is we have a little ring, and I built this using the same technique I did for the round restaurant by using world edit and then using the cylinder command and just making sure that my base and radius were at the same, creating a hollow cylinder out of my material. Anybody that doesn't know about world edit, there you go. So what I have done, did I just turn on? I don't know what I just turned on. So what I have done is, this is a walk around like ledge for a guard. And I might put some crenellations on here. I have to check my spacing. I should have made this 3. I might go back in and do that. However, I'm fine with it like this. I have a doorway somewhere over here. Here's my door, so we can get into the bottom layer here. And it's just complete, stone underneath here. But there's going to be stairways that go down into the other areas. So if I turn on and go in, look at that. That's cool, huh? So here's my ventilation shaft for my fireplace, which leads out and leads in. It's kind of cool. For realism. Yes. So here's the other one that comes up and goes out the side of the hill. And it's protected because you know what happened to the Millennium Falcon. Not to the Falcon, but to the Death Star, because they left that exhaust port open. Well, I don't want to make the same mistake. This is just storage. I just put that on there just to be funny. But this down here is going to be all decked out. There's going to be some archives and some other stuff down here. I don't know. I have a vast amount of room to play with. But then you come up here and you got this real cool area. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a library back here, which I just came up with just now, and some stairs leading up to the second floor. Over here is going to be a tree because I love having trees, bringing in nature. There's going to be trees and maybe a little pond over here built into the floor. So I might have, that's going to take up part of this area here because it's obviously going to come down. Then, so we have all this. Then what'll happen is, and I have to figure out what I want to do about these rails. Because I don't kind of like this up here. I want to maybe cap. Oh, I can cap that off with something. That looks kind of cool. So I can cap these off and give it a more eloquent. I'll get that word right one of these days. Overlooking the tree and the gardens and stuff like that, because this goes out to, this is the Royal Observatory, and then we come out here and we have the Royal Balcony. Everything's royal. Yes, we do. And I cannot remember how to make my spires, how I did them on my the other medieval castle build. So I am going to have to watch the tutorial video on how to create the spires again and go from there. But I might change this area up here. But I have the 4 little cutouts for the balcony. I think the sun's going down. So don't let the sun go down on me by Elton John. Yes, we are going to fix that real quick. Now the sun's over there. I'm a magician. Help me. I got to figure out a door to put in here. Because putting... that doesn't work. Maybe it does. I don't know. Because you can't picture having a glass door in medieval time. You know what I might do is, just to give this some kind of reference, I might take these glass here and make, you know, wood out of it. That'll work. So I'm going to put a stairway in that goes down. And another stairway that goes down here. And it's going to be a real cool area. I'm kind of really looking forward to it. And then down here, this isn't permanent. I want to create some kind of railing that, and columns. I'm going to finish the column off here. I think now that'll make it 2, because if I make these columns by 6, you know, that's not bad. Let's see, is that what I want? That's stone block. If I make these columns by 6, so I put in here, how is this going to look? It'll give it a real beefy look. Yeah, we'll leave that for right now. Now that kind of, the 4 columns are fine, but the 6, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. It had promise, but it actually makes it too thick. So I'm going to think of some other way of, I like this kind of idea here because it adds contrast to it, but I'm going to figure out another way, because it has to be able to pull all the way around. Then I can do something in here and make that, fill that in, because everything's gray. So I have to add some kind of contrast to break up the monotony. But other than that, that's the Royal Observatory. I like it. And we are going to paraglide down. Now, where is my... there we go. So if I go here, and this is the 3rd time I'm doing this. So let's see if I can land on my castle over in, down there. Yeah, we have our parachute. But this is coming along nicely. I'm really digging how, get it, dig, mine. I'm really digging how this is coming together. And this was just a mistake, or not a mistake. It was just a test world that I ended up carving that castle out of and making it look, is he going to make it? No, he's not going to make it. I keep missing. I don't know why, but there's the view. There's the view to our castle. That looks cool. I'm getting used to these, the pitched roof like that, but we will see how I can blend all that in and make it look really, really neat. Other than that, I have, like I said, and the path is going to be like this material here because I need more work on my paths. So everybody's fed. We have chickens. Yes. Oh, I do have a color horse like that, like the one that was outside. So I am happy that my database is. We kind of might have this problem solved. However, and I got rid of some mods that I don't use anymore. Like the one mod that was causing a problem, which you don't see down here in my unified inventory, is the armor, not the armor, the character database. Because that was also, it wouldn't, all of a sudden it wouldn't display the picture. So what I mean by that is if I look at my player here, you could see how he's in the diamond armor. Oh, he's holding an apple. He's in the diamond armor, but hi. How you doing? Hello. But he's a goof. You're a goof. Why is he? What is he doing? He's like a dog scooting across the carpet. Where are his legs? What the? Oh my gosh. That's why he's so. There's his legs. Huh. Okay. Let's go back to normal view here. Oh, where'd my horsey go? Come here, horsey. We're going to tame you. You want some apples? Horse has been tamed. Now let's see if I can get him to go back with me. Do I have a saddle? Yes, I do. I don't know if it's going to work though. Come here, horsey. Come on. You cost me some apples. There we go. Look at that. Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't want to fall over the cliff. You want to come back and live in here? Oh, I don't think it's going to let me I don't think it's going to let me in. Go in. Come on. Yes. I have another horsey. That worked perfectly. He's saying hi to the other ones. Wow, something actually worked. Something actually worked. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the game problems that I have are game problems that I have caused. So it's not the game. However, I think one of the corruption part may have come from switching from 4.16 to 4.17 and then back, possibly. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we're going to have to see and monitor this, and I'm going to play on the other world. Hi, kitty, kitty, and see and go from there. So that's going to do it for this episode. I don't know how long I've been going on here, but yeah, that's what I've been doing and my update on this world. I'm going to continue playing with this world, but probably in the next episodes, I'm going to go back to the other world because I have to start working on the skyscraper over in the downtown area. So there you have it. So hopefully everybody has a warm, safe, dry week, especially with the weather coming up, and go from there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm 6 subscribers away from 500, which is going to be a major milestone for this channel. And I'm very happy about that. And yeah, and there's more special things coming. So, and when I can talk about them, I will. So thank you again. And yeah, until the next video, goodbye.